We are back again here in sunny, soaking wet Florida. This is Diane's Plants, and I'm Diane. And I'm doing a walkthrough today, and I thought I would let you walk along with me so that you can see how I do some cuttings out here, not just to utilize, but to help my plants get more bushy. So I'm going to turn the camera around so you can take a look. So if you don't cut back or don't pinch some of these plants, they get tall and lanky. I do a lot of begonias, angel wings. So here's an example. This plant's growing. You can see I've kind of chopped some of these. A lot of these I used for cuttings to send to people. So that's kind of a donor plant. I just did this one here. I cut her off, and see, I just stuck her back in the dirt, and she'll grow like that. So if you want your plant more bushy, that's what you want to do. You want to just cut it and stick it back in. Now, on these coleus, it's the same kind of theory. I look for a good one that I want to get bushier. I think I'm going to try this one here. So if you can see, I cut in between. So I leave a thing or a node or whatever you want to call it, a little branching below and some branching above. And I just chop his little top off, and then I take my finger and I stick it right back in the pot. And that's how I do that. And that's going to help bush up. You can see that some of these plants are getting tall and lanky. I already cut this one today. You can see I cut it. So it's a way to help make your plants bushier. So let me show you these. If you remember, I've got these plugs in. I still have some I have not planted. Partly because, as you can tell, I am running out of shelf space. So I left them here like this. I'm still selling quite a few, so I have them ready to go because they have the wrapper on them, the net wrap. Some people call it the wrapping of death. You peel this little wrapper thing off when you get it home. But so you can see how tall and lanky this is. If I were to ship this, and somebody shipped me a plant like this, and I got it back home, and it came to me like this, I'd chop it, which in this case, you can see the thing? There's another one. So, you could cut here if you wanted to. I personally am going to go for here because I want a little longer stem. So I cut it. There we go. Chopped. Now, I'm going to try to do this again. Last time I did this, the phone went wonky on me. Alright, now, here's the trick. You get it home, you take it, you cut it on a diagonal. Okay? Now, some people, I'm going to do a little better diagonal than that, I think. Still not quite how I want it. Okay, there we go. Now, some people use rooting powder. I use honey, and I use it from my friends at Sunnyside Honey because they sent me a jar because they're nice people. Anyways, I dip it in my honey. There it is. It's dipped. This is on the piece I'm going to plant. And I take my pot and I get some dirt in it. Alright, and my fancy dancy way of potting things, I shove my finger in, I shove my cutting in, and that's it. Now, on this piece, I don't do anything. I mean, I'll peel this off and I'll plant it, but I'm not going to do anything to this. I'm going to let it callus. It'll dry up and it'll heal. I guess you could put honey on it, but I've never done that yet. And in time, a branch or a leaf should start growing here. You can see a little bit of a piece there. It wants to grow. So, and there's my cute little cutting. Now, I have something cool to show you that I did. Oh, you can check back on the video. It's probably been like 6 weeks ago. And I've had not great luck, but now look what I got growing. All right, I have since learned that I could have cut this leaf down and that would have made things better. So that was a learning curve for me, but it's growing. It wants to grow. It's going to be off of this plant here. This is the mama. It's Immaculata begonia. I just made today, and I did it a little differently than I did that one because I was trying to be conservative and just do it by the leaf, because I know some people do it with just one leaf. So I just did, here they are. I did it this way, the way I know how to do it. And I took their advice and I trimmed my leaves down, and we'll see how that grows. I also, on my propagation block here, I got this moss, and I forget the name of it, but it's really cool looking, isn't it? And it has runners on it, kind of like a wandering Jew. So if you look under this bush, it's got these runners. See them? There they are. So I plucked them out and I've put them in some dirt and I've watered them, and I'm waiting to see if they get happy and start growing. That is the goal. Now, in addition, if you remember, I made these cool pots. I posted a couple of pictures on. Well, I just cut them today. See, I cut them. And the reason I did it is, again, I want to get this bushier. And it was looking kind of, there it is. It was looking kind of lanky. So I chopped it and shoved it back in the dirt. I've got some bridal veil around it. Look what I'm growing. She's really starting to look nice. I got some others that I've propagated here that are really starting to look like something. You know, a lot of times you guys see them and you've seen them on my page and they're looking like these because these are just little starters. But really, if you look online, people that are selling these in a 4-inch pot, really, it's no different than what I got here. In fact, if anything, mine's probably better at this size now because it's been growing for a while. I'm trying to think who else. Oh, look at my little tacos are growing. I planted those up. I got my little string of turtles and hearts I got growing. I got those that I've propagated. They're growing. I did get in some new string of dolphins. I planted my string of pearls. I have very, very, very few, and what I do have is small of the variegated string of pearls. Here's my robins. See, we've done a lot of planting. I have a lot growing out on the bench. Oh, and I did show people my, look, my wind chimes. Isn't that nice? Look at. I've already sold one. This is like beautiful, I think. Aren't they cool? And I got birdhouses. Little tiki hut birdhouses. Oh, I propagated some of these, my strawberry begonias. This plant here came from this mama here, oh, probably about 2 years ago. I've been growing it. So today, I cut some more of her babies off, and I just stuck them in the dirt, and they should grow. Now, you want to keep stuff moist. See, these guys are a little droopy. These are cuttings, but they'll come around. They're only, I don't know, 2-3 days. They're not very old. So they'll come around with just a little bit of time. I got Pink Princess. Everybody's, oh, the Pink Princess. I don't know. They're probably not as good as quality as what people like, but I got them and I propagated some. It's my first time doing these, so I don't know how they'll grow. We'll have to watch it and see. Here's some different ones that I've grown out. Of course, spider plants, everybody has those. This I had propagated. It's coming along really nicely. It's a peperoma, and I forgot the name of it. These I've done. Oh, where's that lovely one? Look at this Rex begonia. Isn't she beautiful? That's called Firewoman. Check out the color on that plant. I think she's just wonderful. All right, and to wander around just a bit more. Oh, look who's blooming. My pink canna is finally blooming. She is available. Now, I sell by the plant. So I would chop off one of these things. This would be $25 if you want her. But she's going to be available, or she is available. I got corkscrew rush. Look at her. This is one of those Lowe's clearance rack. Imagine what a little love can do for one of those plants. The lemon balm. Here's my mama turtle. And there's my mama heart. And I got a bunch of other burrow tails and jade and fire stick plant. These will get more red the more sun you give them. You can tell I'm kind of in the shade here, so they don't get quite as red. My New Guinea impatiens. This is the shrimp plant. They had a little rough start, but they're starting to recover now. Oh, here's the lipstick. There's the lipstick, and I got some more on the other side, and they are really growing. Then we wander over here. This is more the pond section. I've got purple fountain grass. I think that's some more lemon balm I got going on there. I do have the citronella grass, which is kind of like the lemongrass, keep the bugs away. There's the cannas. There's all the terras. Look at this one that I got. Ho, ho, ho. Isn't that cool? You make me an offer on that, I might just sell it to you. This is the mom, and this is her baby. Look at that. That's just beautiful. I guess this one here will eventually just die because it doesn't have any chlorophyll. It doesn't have any green, but it's really pretty. All right, then we wander around in here in the shop. The fish tanks. I got to add some water to those. Look, I turned the big 220 has now got orandas and ryukins and that sort of thing. I got my angelfish and parrots and swordtails. Oh, over here I got, if you can see them, there's your tetras and barbs. Down here, that's the bristlenose albino. And out here, back in the garden, oh, I made space. Look, I got rid of the tank there. Wait till you see what I'm going to do inside that building for plants. You guys, I don't know, you ought to be driving here from Crystal River or Gainesville or somewhere, because I have a selection unlike anyone else in this area. The koi, look at them. I have the large pleco, common pleco for the ponds. Aren't they beautiful? Check that out. Oh, there's some more of those. I think that's called a rubber plant. I planted some of those. I do have delivery now to Crystal River over near Wells Fargo. So if there's a plant you want and you want to meet the driver, we're just asking $1 fee for delivery to meet him over there near Wells Fargo. Just help him pay for his gas a little bit and his time. But, you know, any of these, even like the big plants and stuff, I can ship down there. Gainesville, I go to Gainesville every week. I can meet you over there. Look at this. Of course I ship. I have a 100% rating. As of the 20th, I should be a top-rated seller on eBay, which means I don't have very many problems. I have shipped and sold over 908 plants or items. And so I got happy customers. If you're not a happy customer, I want to know why and how I can fix it. So this is my mess here I need to fix. Oh, I was telling you about these over here. I planted the bridal veils, so they're growing. And look at these. I love Lena. I think she's beautiful. That's one of my favorites. And this Morocco one has grown on me. It's not an angel wing. It's kind of like a Rex. Look, Sunbright. Of course, I've got some of their blooming, even though their leaves are kind of scraggly. Oh, she's happy. Look at her growing. There is my paletas, the purple paleta they're growing, or tricolors, I forget what they're called. There's my dirt I use, if you're wondering, that's the dirt. Okay, so that's the wandering around, and I'm back, and you know, if you have questions, you're wondering, and oh, how did you do that, and oh my gosh, whatever, I'm here. I'll help you the best I can. Diane's Plants, I'm located near Cross City, Florida, by appointment. I give personalized service, so when you come, you're not having to compete with 100 other people for my attention, and we can walk through and see what you need. Oh, this is what you need. I gotta turn the... That is what you need. Check it out. I finally planted them. That is the gigantic tractor seat plant. Look at that. The Farfugium, that is what that is. I have, I don't know what I got of them. 40, 50 of them, I guess. So, and they're now planted and growing, and they're waiting for homes with you. All right, give a holler. Diane's Plants. Find me on Facebook.